Hey everyone, what's up? It's me, Joel D. In this video, we're going to talk about setting up Google Analytics. So now that we have a website that's well on its way to going live, we want to make sure that we have all of our tracking tools in place, and Google Analytics is the number one priority. So we want to make sure that's up. We want to be able to track who's visiting our site, where they're coming from, and what they're doing on our site. So we can also track from a holistic view just all of our web traffic and also marketing performance. So Google Analytics, very important, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how to set that up by creating a GA account. If you see the word or acronym GA, it just means Google Analytics. And earlier in this training, in this course, we talked about creating that Google account to begin with, based on our business, so we could do things a little easier, like create a YouTube channel, because that's connected with Google. And also this is also another benefit, and you need a Google account to create a Google Analytics account. So we have that. I'll be creating the GA account through that Google account, and then we'll walk you through installing the tracking code, which isn't a manual process in WordPress. And I'll show you a way around that and just an easy way to set this up. So we're syncing our WordPress data over to GA, and that's through MonsterInsights. And they have a wizard. It's very simple. We'll walk you through that. And also then we'll confirm that GA is working. So we may give a soft launch to our site and make it active so we can track that if we're not able to while it's in testing mode, which it likely isn't. Last time I tried, I think I recall it not working. So if it isn't, we'll turn it live as a soft launch, and if we want, we can move that back to coming soon or just keep it live. All right, so let's get into it. First things first, we're going to go over to Google Analytics. So first thing I'm going to do is go to google.com/analytics, and it'll change to this domain and redirect you here. And I'll click on Start for Free. Next, it'll bring you to this page, and I was logged in. So if you're not logged in, it'll send you to a login page, and you'll log into the account that's associated with the business that we're working with. So in my case, it's dognerve.com, and I created that dognerve1@gmail.com. So I'm going to use this as my Google account for this website. And again, I don't have to, but this is just the best practice that I think, instead of using a personal account. But in theory, you could have multiple websites and analytics accounts under one profile. I just prefer to do it separate. So I'm going to click Set Up for Free, and then it's going to come to this Create Account screen where I'll put in Dognerve, and then I'm going to keep these ticked. I want benchmarking, etc. And then I'll click Next. It's a website, so measure your website data. Click Next. Website name, I'll call it again Dognerve. And then my website URL, which is a secure site, so I will do dognerve.com. Select an industry. I'll say pets and animals, and this isn't required, I don't believe. I always do this though, because they'll give you benchmarking around this industry, so they'll tell you where you're stacking up against other competitors. Then I just click Create. Well, first I'll change my reporting time zone. I'm actually on the East Coast, so I'll use New York, and click Create. As soon as I do that, it's going to bring me up to these terms of service and agreement, and I'm in the US, so you would change it to your region wherever you are, and then accept, and then say I accept again. And then I have a successful account that's created, and then I can choose which email communications are sent to me. So if I want performance, suggestions and updates, feature announcements, feedback and testing, offers from Google, I can check all of them, or I can uncheck all of them. And there we go. As soon as I do that, I am given a tracking ID and a global site tag. So the global site tag is what you would have to do if you were manually inserting your code. This is the snippet of code that you would add into your header or your head tag on any site or any of your pages that you want to track. And we won't need to do that at this point. So if you were ever wanting to get here and grab this code, you can do that through settings, tracking info here, and then tracking code, and it brings you to that spot. So we won't need that at first. So step one is done. We've created our account. We now can come into our regular email and we can go to Google Analytics, and this is the home page of what that looks like. I'm under all accounts, Dog Nerve. Obviously we're not live. I have 0 active users, but this is kind of the overview you'll get. You'll see who's on your site for the last 7 days. You can make changes to that. You'll see where the traffic's coming from, and once this gets going, you'll get a lot of data and information just by default that was set up. And then they have these advanced reports where you can see, audience. You can see exactly what people are doing on your site, what their behaviors are. So new versus returning, engagement, what are they engaging in? There's just a ton. I'm not going to get through all this, so I'm not even going to attempt to. But then it's a big deal though once we get going, because you can track conversions, so who's converting, what's converting, etc. And then another big part is tracking your marketing activity. So if you're going to acquisition, you can see all traffic, Google ads. So if I was running Google ads, I can track my campaigns. I can do so much stuff in here. It is quite ridiculous. I can go to my campaigns, all campaigns, paid keywords. I can track almost anything with GA. So again, very important. Now that it is the account's created, the next thing we're going to want to do is connect it to our WordPress site. So I'll head over to my WordPress dashboard. Okay, so now I'm over in my WordPress dashboard. If you remember, when we installed with the one-click install from Bluehost, it gave us that option to add MonsterInsights as a plugin. So it automatically got imported when we added the WordPress site, as did WooCommerce. If you didn't do that, just go to plugins, add new, and find MonsterInsights. But we have this here by default. So if you followed me in that video, you should too. So all you have to do here is click on Insights, which is over here on your left-hand panel, and it's usually close, if not at the bottom. And it's going to give me this launch setup. So I'm going to click on Launch Setup Wizard. And the reason why I created an account first is you're going to need to reference that account when I'm doing the setup. So I'm going to say this is a either a business website or publisher blog. I'll just say publisher blog. License key, you're using MonsterInsights Lite. There is no license key needed, so we can do this for free. They do offer a pro solution, which would give you more in-app reporting, etc. You can look at that if you want, but I'm just going to connect MonsterInsights. So connect Google Analytics plus WordPress. Here we go. I'm already logged into my Dog Nerve account, so it should bring up, or actually I do have to select that still, which one I want. I'll say Dog Nerve, and then it'll give me the option to choose or allow MonsterInsights to access anything that's related to Google Analytics, basically. So edit Google Analytics management entities, view and manage your GA data, view your AdSense data, and view and manage Search Console data for your verified sites. I'm going to allow. And here is where I am given the option for my website or all website data. So I'm going to keep this as is, all website data for dognerve.com. And I'm going to click complete authentication. It's going to finalize. And I need to, usually probably wouldn't have to do this, but I may have been inactive for a while. So just to confirm, I'll log into my WordPress account. and give it a second, and we should be good to go. And there we go. Loading settings. And I'm going to scroll down here now. I'm going to keep this all as is, save and continue. I'm going to save and continue again without clicking anything. And I am all set. So finish setup and exit wizard. It's as simple as that. So I've gone ahead, I created a GA account, and then I synced my WordPress site via MonsterInsights into GA automatically without needing to, and as you can see, the code matches what I have in my GA account. Now I'm going to head up to Bluehost or click on this coming soon active button, because this is just saying that that is active on my site, and it's just going to bring me to Bluehost. And this is where I can activate my site. It's as easy as this. So whenever you're ready, whenever you feel like your site is ready, you have your blogs published, all your pages are updated, your tracking tools are ready to go, and you want to launch your site, this is all you do. Click launch your site, let it load for a second, and your site will be live. And this will change to restore coming soon. So we now have a live site, and what I want to do is test my GA. So I'm going to click on an incognito window, go to dognerve.com, I'll let that load, and here we go. Looks like my logo's not loading, but that's okay. I'll look at that later because I did make some updates to this. As you can see, I narrowed it down. I added the 11 ways to help a dog with separation anxiety, and I took out all the consulting offer because I'm going to actually track this in upcoming videos, so I wanted to just really narrow this down to eliminate a lot of work. And as you can see, this also goes to my article now. So anyway, I will go back to GA now because I want to see if this is actually tracking me there. And you can see there is one active user now, and that would be me. By default, WordPress won't, especially if you're logged in as an admin, they won't track you as a user. That's why I went into an incognito browser. So if you're trying to test this and you're not showing up, that would be the reason why. But we can now confirm that we have a Google Analytics account set up. We have it connected to our WordPress site, and now when I visit this site, it is being tracked. They're tracking all visitors. So we'll be able to utilize all of these reports going forward, make huge decisions on what we need to do going forward to improve, optimize, and convert. Okay, and that wraps up this video. So the first tool we set up again was Google Analytics. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, if you have any issues that you run into when you're setting this up. If not, we'll move on setting up our additional tools. So thanks again, everyone. I appreciate the time, and as always, reach out for help, leave a comment, add a post to our Facebook group, stay engaged, and keep following along in these videos. We're going to set up all of our tracking tools so you're prepared for when we start driving traffic to the site. Hopefully you're making great progress on your pages and blog posts, and also let us know if you need any help there. All right, we will see you in the next video. Thanks, everyone.